All right, folks, gather round, because you're going to love this one. The UK's skint. Bills through the roof, public services on their knees, but fear not. Our Prime Minister Keir Starmer and his Chancellor Rachel Reeves have come up with a genius plan to fix the economy. They're handing out £500 million of your money to venture capitalists, but not just any venture capitalists, only the approved, diverse ones. Because obviously the real problem with Britain's economy is not enough quota-based investing. Here's the big shiny announcement. The British Business Bank, fully owned by the government, is rolling out a £500 million package to help diverse and underrepresented fund managers. 50 million specifically ring-fenced for female-led funds. The rest to make sure underrepresented managers get a leg up, because apparently what this country really needs is more middle-class professionals ticking diversity boxes while they invest in yet another artisanal hummus delivery app. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all for people getting a fair shot, but this isn't about making funding open to everyone. This is the government literally deciding who's worthy of investment based on what they look like and whether they tick enough boxes on a form. Imagine pitching your fund and being told, sorry mate, you're not quite diverse enough. Come back when you've got better intersectionality credentials. Patronising doesn't even begin to cover it. And let's talk about where this money comes from. Starmer and Reeves don't have a magic money tree behind Downing Street. It's your money. Nurses, builders, teachers, all forking over more tax than ever, so the government can play Dragon's Den with a diversity checklist. Because nothing says fiscal responsibility quite like Rachel Reeves signing off on £500 million for a state-sponsored virtue signal. Meanwhile, real businesses in Britain are suffocating. We've got record borrowing costs, eye-watering taxes, red tape thick enough to wrap the M25 twice. But don't worry, Starmer's got it sorted. He's funding mentoring programs so underrepresented investors can learn to pitch the next eco-friendly dog yoga app. Sorry your local bus route is cancelled, mate, but here's a grant for someone to write a pitch deck in inclusive fonts. And let's not even get started on who decides what counts as diverse enough. Is there a scoring system? Sorry, Dave, you're only 42% diverse. Please return when you've improved your identity credentials. If you think this won't turn into a feeding trough for the well-connected, you haven't been paying attention to how government grants work. If there's one thing Starmer's Labour knows how to do, it's write cheques for their mates while telling you it's fair. This isn't about helping business, it's about headlines. It's about looking progressive, while the UK's growth flatlines. Because nothing screams global Britain quite like telling investors, we only want your money if you fit our demographic spreadsheet. That'll bring the world's entrepreneurs flocking, I'm sure. Now, if Starmer and Reeves really wanted to fix the economy, they wouldn't be handing out £500 million for diversity-themed PR stunts. They'd be cutting taxes, slashing red tape, making Britain open for all investors based on merit, not identity. But that would be too simple. Instead, we get a £500 million diversity pot because in 2025, Britain, the best investment you can make is in government virtue signalling. If you're as fed up with this nonsense as I am, do us a favour, like, share and subscribe. And tell me in the comments, how would you spend £500 million to actually help British business? Because clearly Starmer and Reeves haven't got a clue.